What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some Switchblade gameplay, and today we are going to be talking about the bot backfill in ranked. How does this even happen? Let's head over and let's talk about it. So somehow, someone, somewhere, at First Watch Games, or High Res, or whatever you want to call it, turned bot backfill on in ranked. How does this happen? Whenever you've got a ranked, this is our first ranked season where we have ranked rewards. They reset the MMR. They screwed the matchmaking up. People were unable to access ranked for the first 3 weeks of the update whenever all these changes came in. The leaderboard doesn't make sense, and I'm not even sure if it's tracking correctly. And any other various issues from my personal experiences with whenever we're winning ranked matches, network disconnects continuously happen so that we're in this hole of losing over and over and over again because of that. How are you going, or how is someone going to be like, you know what would be a good idea? That bot backfill needs to come back, but we don't need it in all the game modes. We just need it in ranked. It makes literally no sense. And I've got a theory, right? I've got a working theory as to why something like this happened. But before we get into that working theory, this is absolutely unacceptable. There's no reason that we have enough problems with Rogue Company as a whole right now. We don't need the terrible bots back in the game. We don't need the terrible bots back in the game, period, ever. Like, in any game modes, we don't need the terrible bots back in the game. But I understand, or at least I think I understand, why something like this could have happened. Now, I do want to give a disclaimer. This is not information from the developers. This is not information from literally anybody except for my own brain. This is what I think happened. Like I said, this is not confirmed by anybody. I haven't even spoken to anybody about this. But this is what I do think's happening. In ranked, it's a little bit different, right? So whenever someone disconnects from a ranked match, there is no backfill for ranked, right? Which is fine. That's fine, right? But people are supposed to have the opportunity, like if their game crashes or if their power goes out or whatever, insert whatever issue right here, they're supposed to be able to relaunch the game and be able to get back into the ranked match. So I think that internally they were testing, well, if we're having issues with like backfill, right? Because we all have seen the issues. Whenever you load into backfill or someone loads into backfill, the game lags. Whenever someone picks a character, the game lags. Whenever someone does anything with the backfill system, the game lags. Not only that, but you can't pick weapons. You may not have access to utility. You may not have access to your abilities. There's several issues that come with the backfill system, of course. So I think that their idea was like, if someone goes missing, we put a bot as a placeholder in here until that person is able to reconnect. That way they're still gaining money. They're not losing the ability to access the store, to use utility, to use their abilities, things like that. I think that's the idea. And I think that that was the intention behind testing this internally at First Watch Games to see if this would be a proper solution to the problem. And somehow, because I guess there's just one version of the game. There's one build of the game. You have the live build, and then you have the future live build, and anything that they're working on in the future live build gets automatically incorporated into the live build. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's why people have a very easy time data mining stuff for Rogue Company. That's how stuff gets added or changed in the game itself. Whenever there's an update that happens, because if you're testing how recoil works on a specific weapon, like at the very next day after an update drops, and then you're like, I'll come back to this, and then 3 weeks go by and you never come back to it and you never change it back. Now that gun's acting weird. Now there's something weird going on with that gun, and they got to try to suss it out. Well, somebody was in there tweaking and messing with it, and they forgot to change the values back to what they were before. So these things need to stop happening, right? Because even in this update, we've seen in the Virtual Horizons mid-season update that someone was going in and updating the biographies and the descriptions for the different rogues, right? it just got added into the game. Like it's just there that nobody knew about it. The developers didn't even know that it was going to be added. So it's unacceptable that they had the bots turned on in ranked. I understand what they were trying to do, and I think that it's a very interesting way of approaching a system that needs to be fixed. But this is absolutely unacceptable whenever someone's playing ranked, especially strikeout ranked, and their teammate goes missing, and it's 4v3 with a bot, and they just get farmed the entire time. Very unfortunate. It's very funny, right? I think it's very hilarious, but it's very unfortunate. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
All enemies have been eliminated.
But that's been the only one that they have shared.
Is there Walking Dead skins and paladins?
I think so.
Open bait.
Box up top. Room.
He's about to
Yep,
come out.
on our backfield.
He's recharging.
Enemies have been wiped out.
Alternate universes versions of them.
Who's Corey Taylor?
He's just a walking neck. Anvil.
Yeah, dude, or Mac.
You did? I just got sniped. In the forehead. Thank you, sir.
I just got flashed.
Bombs armed.
I'm
See
a
it through. You only know what's easy.
I had another disconnect.
Can't say California without my brothers. I mean, the Expendables 4 is going to be coming out soon. There you go. Do an Expendables crossover. They should have done a Predator crossover when Prey was out.
God, that'd been so fucking badass.